Okay, quick story on how I took a L today. So, have you ever been to the gym when you wanted to alternate a simple station and someone just flat out told you no? Well, that happened to me today. So, let me tell you a quick story of how I took this L. So, today was a chest and shoulders day. So, it was time for me to do my dips. I seen the dip bar over there. So, I noticed that there was a guy near the dip bar. He had headphones on. So, I went to him, hey, excuse me, are you using the dips? And his response was, see, this is why verbal communication is important. So, I took it as, like, you got it. That's how I took it. Like, you can use it, you got it. Because this is what the guy did. So I put my things down near the bench because I planned on doing decline push-ups as a superset. After I put my things down, I went back to the bar. When I went to the bar and I grabbed it, the guy was like, hey, I'm using that. I was like, oh, excuse me. I'm like, my bad. And then I said with my deep voice, are you okay with alternating? And this guy flat out told me no. I mean, I couldn't even get the sentence out. Are you okay with no? Like, whoa. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit salty. Just for a little bit. I thought about what happened, how this guy told me no. I was somewhat offended. But I asked the guy, can I use it? And he told me no. So I have to take that, right? So I thought about it because obviously he told me no because he has his own reasons. I don't want to mess up whatever he got going on. And as I'm like at another machine, I looked over there towards him to see how often was he on it. And he took like 2 or 3 minute breaks. And I'm just like, man, I could have easily been using it because I don't take that long on the dips. I'm bringing this up because last week I experienced something similar. I was trying to use the hip thrust machine and I seen that there was a young lady there, well, actually an older lady. She was using the hip thrust already. So she was actually near the hip thrust, but I wasn't sure was she using it actually. So I asked the woman, excuse me, are you using the hip thrust machine? And she said, yes, I am, but we can alternate. So she offered to alternate. And I looked at the hip machine and I looked at her and I looked at the hip machine and I was like, nah, I'm okay. I'll wait till you're done. She looked at me like, oh, okay. So this is the thing. I have my own personal reason why I didn't want to alternate is because I know I sweat a lot. And if we're gonna use this hip machine, I know it's gonna be a bunch of sweat every time I use it. So I didn't want to offend this woman and have her wiping it down or me wiping it down. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. And I did explain that to her. So she was okay. I think what caught me off guard with the guys, because his attitude when he did it, he was like, no. And for some reason, I was kind of expecting this explanation, but he didn't have to explain to me. He just told me no. He answered the question. That is what it is. So I have to just take it, right? But it is certain ways you could tell somebody no without the other person being offended. But the dude just said what he said, so I just took it like, man, you know what? I'll just take this L and I'll wait till you're done with this machine. So yeah, that's my story for today. If you ever took an L like that, leave it in the comments below. I'll holler at you. Peace.